Yes, I did it. I swapped over to the Demon Hunter. I'm going to play this character on the EU from here on because I'm just tired of the Barbarian. It just is not doing it for me. There were things that I liked. I loved solving the puzzles of how to get this thing to work and learning new things about gameplay with that particular class. And maybe I would have enjoyed some other builds, but I'm frustrated enough that I just want to go back to something that's familiar and fun. And so I popped over to the Demon Hunter that I had played in previous seasons. And I was using Templar because this was probably before I realized I wanted the Enchantress. I was just always in the habit of using a Templar. This was maybe 4 years ago that I played this, 3 years ago. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rebirth this character, hopefully. If it will still let me. Okay, good. Rebirth. Yes, solo seasonal. Go right to T6. Start the game in adventure mode. And I guess we get a new thing tonight, right? Because it's Monday. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to start right away with the Enchantress. I'm going to just hire her because that's where I'm going to end up with, and that's all I need for now. So what can I grab? I did grab a few things, and I saved them. So I have Dawn, which is awesome. Let's see. I can wear Sages, even though I probably don't need it because I have a bazillion Death's Breaths. But let's go ahead and just do this anyway. I'm going to have to remake these as dexterity pieces. Gears of Dreadland, Marauder. I'll just grab the best of all these. So this in the main hand, this in the offhand, main hand, offhand. This, and this is better. Excellent. I will not get rid of this because I will sort of keep this on tap here. Let's change this to this. There we go, for now. All right. Tell you what, why don't you go ahead and take this. My gift to you, my good man. All right. Movement speed. Dexterity. Let's see. Cooldown reduction. Hit chance. Attack speed. That. Let's see. Resist all. Life. Armor. This. I'm just going in order of what I know I would want as I were leveling. If I were leveling. Okay, so we're going to go for bracers first. There we go. That's the one I want. This is the equivalent of the Ring of Might. It's not as powerful, but it still is pretty good. It can go up to... That's a good roll. All right. Let's choose some things from the cube. Engium is probably the best option. The only option. Chrom's buff belt for speed, or Leoric's crown probably for XP. Ooh, Stone Guardian for the... Yeah, maybe that. Because that will work no matter what. Let's see. Convention of Elements, no. Ring of Royal Grandeur, maybe. Yeah, that would probably be good. Because once I get 3 pieces of anything, then that'll unlock the 4th. And I can also put on... Let me go strip the other character. Because I can also wear some set stuff. Like the Guardian set or whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's strength gear, right? But I can still put it on, and it's still ancient, so that's good. I'll have to re-roll it, but for now, it's fine. So let's strip the Enchantress. She's good to go at 70, which is awesome. And we'll put that stuff, we'll put it here. We'll set this to be... Looks like the Enchantress. It's Crusader, I believe. And then we'll set this to be, whatever. Gear. Gear to pour through. To steal things from. Sorry, dude. You're big and burly, but you're getting on my nerves. You've gotten on every last one of my nerves. Again, the idea isn't necessarily that I'm going to be able to push farther with this build. Probably can't for reasons, but I can have more fun with it. And that's my biggest deal. Let's see, this won't really help me. Actually, let's just go ahead and remove some of these gems. I think I will keep that bubble. I will keep squirts because that is a hellacious amount of damage buff. I will grab, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this in the cube. That's a good idea. Wraps of clarity, yes. I'll put these on. That way, that gives me the 3-piece bonus, which is insane. Look at my toughness. It goes from 191 million to 1.448 billion. Obviously, that's scaled because I'm level 1, right? It's not really perfectly accurate, and it'll go down very quickly as I level. But still, as an initial, oh, this is good. It's like fantastic. All right, so these reds are garbage for me. Did I not? Oh, right. I need to go grab. Things out of items, out of sockets. So remove. I think that's it. Maybe next season I'll try Crusader. I don't know. I just got really annoyed this time. Okay, that's a good one to have. I will have to level this gem up, the Simplicity Strength. Just not yet. I don't really have a spin to win build yet, so that doesn't make any sense. I will, let's grab all the stuff that was specific to that character. And throw it on the Barbarian page. And then throw all the Barbarian gear back here. Okay. And then let's go get, let's put this here. I'm just going to move all the Barbarian stuff down. It's going to be deprecated, as we say in the coding world. Okay. I'm glad I saved those, the materials, because I'll just use it for the Demon Hunter. Which I could actually do now. I could make a... Well, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to leave that there, because that's really nice. All right, so this is going to become Barbarian storage. The bottom there. It's going to go back to a baggie. I'll leave that there. That's for the follower. When she hits 70, she can't wear any of it right now. But I can actually wear some of these pieces. Let's see. Let's go get... Oh, what was that? Okay, so this is... Let's do... him here, then green. Whoops. Green. Okay, so this goes here. This goes here. Yes. All right. It's okay if there's intelligence on it now. I'm just going to go ahead and file these on other pages because they don't need to be here right now. Don't know which ones I'm going to use ultimately. I will have to go through and sort these. That's nice and clean now. That's good. I like that. I need 4 slots here. You get to just go, actually, you get to go there. I know it's not the right class, but I don't care. All right, so gloves and... No, we're not going to do that, I guess. I can wear the gloves. Whichever ones are better. Those are better. But I will put these on the front page. So they're sort of notice me hot button items that need to be addressed. And we'll probably... Actually, nope. Don't mess things up. Don't mess things up. There you go. Yep, do that. Do that. That's cleaner. That's cleaner. That way I'm not messing things up that way. I will never need this. Goodbye. So they're about the same. I'm so glad I have Dawn. Oh my god. That's like a huge leg up for this build. Sometimes it takes a long time to get this, and it's already at 63%, which the max is 65, so I'm almost at peak cooldown already. Like, this is from gear, which is not much, so you basically only need like 36, 37. I try for 40, that way I have a little overlap where I can cast it again before it expires. That's my preference. All right, so this is also going to go here. Let's consolidate that a little bit. Put this here. Wait. Yeah. And geom, let's see. What's the duplicate here that I can toss? Let's just absorb this. That's not necessary to keep. Let's also absorb this. There's no need for it, but it's just put it in the cube. There we go. Don't need two of these. We'll absorb this. It's good just to fill the cube with all these extra recipes. I'm glad it didn't augment any of his gear. That's nice. And it's nice, really nice to have this all the way up to 70. That's going to be really helpful. I just need to level this one up. I won't need this gem. Probably won't need it. You go there. So these, yeah. Those are the big ones. All right, so let's get some other gems leveled up. Just sort of doing preparation work here. Making sure all my ducks are in a row. Probably won't be using these again until I get to the high end. I'm going to try to farm on this character, and I might resort to using the barbarian, but I'd like to avoid it if I can, like to farm for blood shards. I'd like to just pretend like I've never played the barbarian and just go fresh with this guy if I can at least get a couple good pieces going, even just a 2-piece for something. You know, that would, like 2 pieces of marauders. You know, if I could just get all my companions to my side, maybe I can get lucky and get, you know, 2 pieces of Dreadlands, you know, who knows. But I need to wait till 70 before I do that, because I don't think they have a chance of dropping at this level. I'd even take Natalia's just to get going, right? Just to bootstrap the whole process. Two of those, which is nice. I have these sort of on hold. Would be nice to get a new, an ancient to drop. Okay, I won't need this. In fact, I can probably just get rid of all the stuff I know I won't need. just because I'm familiar enough with this class. Definitely want to keep that. Don't need that. Don't need that. That can be useful sometimes. That can be useful sometimes. I won't need that. Maybe. That's for the Marauder, maybe. Not necessary, but, you know, if I'm hurting for damage, I can always put that on. Right, Unity probably won't be necessary. Rachel's in Pandemonium is a nice speed buff. Although it already moves so fast, but this does make you move faster. It's like, on this class, it's like insane how fast you go even without it. But we'll see. Okay, we have Convention. Here's the other Unity. Did I have another Convention here? I don't think so. Squirts, I need to switch this over, switch out of Strength. Unfortunately, yes, this has Strength, but it's not terrible. The odds of getting another one is pretty good. All right, so these are sort of things I always use by themselves, right? I would never try for the dual item buff. Like I would never use this normally. But these are sort of like the non-6-piece sets. I still put them here just because this page is reserved for the main sets and like the weapon sets that are for the class, if there is one. But this is for like the non-set classes or non-class sets that are usually just 2 or 3 items, and the items that I would only use one at a time, like these. Okay, so these are all the class-specific legendaries, class-specific sets, non-class sets, and then things that need to be leveled up. Because I still need to like level some things up. So like I could take this and go, let's, whoops, not here. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a, whoops, not that. That. Oh, yes, thank you. That's usually what I wear in my... This is usually my setup, right? I usually have these 2 weapons, and then I have the... hell, what's it called? The duffel and the... It's the Hungering Arrow duffel. I can never remember the name. Anyway. So that's good. So let's grab some other pieces here. Let's go with Stone Skin Gauntlets. This... Fire, helm. Yeah, that works. And now, just not making anything new yet. Just working with what I have. And then let's go get a ring. Let's go get the follower can't be killed, right? But she can't wear anything at 70 yet, so she's going to have to suffer for a bit. I can use Stone of Jordan. It's pretty good. Yeah, that one's just a little bit better. I'm not as concerned about surviving because it's not hardcore. I sort of just want to have fun. I'm tired of fighting the game. I just want to have fun with it. And that's what this class is. Partially because I know it well, or at least I know that one build well. Yes, it starts out just as slow as every other build. So it's like you're sort of struggling to get going. And for a while, this class confused the hell out of me. Like, I had no idea how to deal with the fact that I had 2 different kinds of resources. It's like, what do I do? How do I balance this? I'm running out of this. What does this mean? What is this? I have hatred and I have discipline? What? This doesn't make any sense. It was confounding for me. I was very angered toward it. All right, so So I'm not going to have things pick up because I actually want a chance at getting items for my follower, right? So she can sort of get leveled up as she goes. Oh, I forgot. I need to crunch those. Otherwise, she'll be dying left and right. Plus, it's a fun mini game to keep my follower, like, topped off. All right, new slot available. Let's go with, yes, speed. Oh, and, smoke screen. I want, preparation, yes. These won't be here ultimately. They will be here and here. And then fan of knives, I don't need. Don't need anything else here. Maybe vault. Impale, maybe. Chemical burn. Yeah. Hungering arrow, let's go with... I don't really have any special things right now, so I'll just go with grenades because they're fun. Whee! Grenades! These aren't really... These are kind of worthless to me for the moment because they're not the way they're... I want the later abilities. I don't want to choose one of those. Thank you. Yeah, grenades are just silly fun. They're not really any better than anything else. Especially without the waste piece. They're just sort of meh. But they're just fun, and I don't really need them to be any special big right now because I'm way overpowered. All right, so let's take a look at this. I want focused mind. And special recipe, but those are a ways away. All right, so call the weak, thank you. Slowing enemies, or doing damage against slowed enemies. I guess I probably need the other one also. Here you go. Yeah, let's take another look. Let's do... Not really using hatred spenders. Let's go. Okay, that's fine. Companion, there we go. I like companions. Okay. Preparation. It's fine. Smoke screen. 100 movement speed. Strafe. Drifting shadow. And we'll put that here. That'll be a this kind of a thing in moments of need, which is really high DPS. This little burst of it. Let's move this over to here. And then let's change this to the companion. Actually, what I'll do is I'll choose... Yeah, there we go. That generates hatred. Let's see here. We want primary skills generate another 4 hatred. Let's see, what else can we do? Hatred spenders are slowed. That's good. So we have a slow. We have extra damage against slow. Then we have primary skills generate extra whatever. Still no focus mind. Back companion, strafing, drifting shadows, speed. And we choose a better one here. I do like sentry builds when I'm leveling. Maybe I'll do that. I do like putting that over here. They're just, they run nice cover, especially when you get polar. You just plop them down and they do all the damage. It's kind of fun. Very lazy way of playing, usually. Right, they just sort of do the work. Or they just run extra cover for you. Oh, I should have done the, I should have put the Nemesis bracers in the thing. Nice. I'll definitely use that. If I just use this judiciously, see how I'm just able to shoot everything, even to the edge of the screen? That's one of the reasons why this class is so fun. I'll put down 2 turrets. It's like if they had made the whirlwind build into something that threw those knives, or whatever those were, those blades, that would be fun. Because then the blades would shoot out everywhere, and it would be more like this. You wouldn't have to like be right up next to something to kill it. That's the one major downfall I have, or the one major complaint I have with the Whirlwind Barbarian is you literally have to grind up on something in order to do any damage, because Rend is a melee skill. And that just sort of ruins it for me. Okay. Just gonna have that. Gonna have that. It's so fun to gear the follower. I don't know why. I just feel like a kinship with her. Like, I'm gonna help you. And I could put those turrets anywhere. It's nice. How would you like an amulet? Jenna, you're my girl. All right, let's get my portrait frame, everything all set. Yeah, there we go. Now I feel ready. 2 turrets, good to go. Just the turrets alone could probably kill everything, but it's just fun. It's fun to do the damage as well. Nice. Whoops, wrong way. This way. It's amazing, the Zodiac ring just makes these turrets come right back. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having them back that quickly. Like look at that. It's like juke, 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 juke. Not that you ever really need that. Normally you don't have to set them down that quickly. Nice. A bow. No, it's not the one I want. It's a garbage bow. You can tell by the icon. Yep, junk. Oh, nice. was tempted to lower it so I could kill faster, but that's all right. I'd rather keep this at T6 for the rest of the instance than just dumb it down. All right. I'm just doing QWER, 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 just sort of like a little rhythm, like a little mantra. QWER, QWER. And the pet there on the left click, I don't even click it. It's just there to passively help me regenerate some hatred, right? And if I needed it, I could also just like left click like that, and that would give me a whole bunch of hatred back right here. It's not really all that necessary. Now I will change this to focused mind, and I will change this to special recipe. This combination you can do endlessly. You can just WE, WE, WE. Anytime there's a green bar, you're invulnerable. And now notice my discipline is not going down. It'll start going down now, right? It's going down a little bit. So this is just part of what you're doing as you're playing the God Demon Hunter. You're just casting this over and over, just as a mantra, just WER, WER, WER. But watch what happens when I hit W. WER. Boop, 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 boop. Right back up. WER. So it's basically these two, with these two active continually, you pretty much have infinite discipline as long as you're not using it for anything else. That's sort of like the magic secret sauce of those two, of how to manage your discipline. Now, if you're doing other things like vaulting and so forth, I don't know if that's going to really help you or not. I generally don't, constantly cast things that use, I don't use, other than these two in my God build, I don't have a bunch of other stuff. So I basically never run out of discipline, and it's just really fun to play. All right. It's just like one of those set and forget, don't have to worry about it kind of things, because they just sort of magically work together. And it gives you instant invulnerability for about half of the time you're playing. Right? Not the whole time, but half the time. It's like the Witch Doctor Jaunt. You are invulnerable to all damage during that time. My wife texted me. Oh, no, that's not my wife. That's Visa. Your thing was used to buy a burger at whatever. That's my wife. You just bought a burger at whatever. Whatever is a great place. All right. Let's see how she's doing as far as her gear goes. All right, she can have that. Ooh, I'd rather give her some toughness. Yeah, she's kind of lacking on the toughness, but I can give her these items. These should be good. Excellent. And... excellent. Right? Yeah. Let's see what else can I do. Polar Station. There we go. Strafe. No, I'd rather have speed. Keep the bat for now. I don't really need the other one. Let's do, cluster grenades. Again, this is just temporary. I'm not going to end up with that. Since I'm not wearing actual sets, I will start to lose power, and I might have to dumb it down to a lower level as I reach 70, which is fine. I am having to work a lot more to do this now because I am pushing into a higher... I should just lower this to like T1 and just let my turrets do the work. Yeah, see, my poor Enchantress is just not doing well. I should probably go and spec her out her skills too. So skill cooldowns, damage from ranged attacks, attack speed. There we go. What are they shooting at? What's up there? Weird. Okay. Whatever it was, they killed it. You might be thinking, I thought you said Demon Hammer was really fast. Well, it is. Just I'm not built yet, so just be patient. Be patient. It's coming. I'm gonna go ahead and crunch and sell. Gotta get rid of these shitty gems that piled up. Hey, Squirt, how would you like these? Sounds good. Don't need that bow. It's garbage. Maybe I do need to put grenades on one. Not the quiver I needed. Let's see, let's do this. Let's put this over here. Yeah, poor thing. She keeps dying. That works better. Oh, look, I don't have to be right next to them to kill them. But I do need to throw grenades at them. Let the turrets do all the work. Just run out here. Just chill. Burn down some of my hatred. Here, have some grenades. This would go much faster if I lowered the level. What's the fun in that? Have some more turrets. Yeah, the turrets are becoming less and less effective, which is not surprising. Nice. So also, partly what I'm doing is I'm trying to farm for good gear for this, right? So if you get to 70 too fast, then you miss out on some nice gear opportunities. And it's not like I can farm anything at 70 that I can't farm now, at least for the queue. But maybe I should just go right to 70. Even if it's at T1. There is some wisdom in that. Let's see what we get here. Let's see if I can give her anything. Laggy. I click, and then a half a second later, it finally goes. All right, so this goes to her. And then to her. And to her. I'm never going to use a build that uses chakram. So I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I'm terribly built right now for T6. Tell you what, it's time to lower this down to T4. Just to make this less annoying. Just in my defense, Barbarian would not be handling this even remotely as well as this at this point. I would be dying all over the place. Because I'd have to be right up against the enemy, and they'd be swiping at me and stuff. Like that. Now I can just stand back and go boop, 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 boop. Have some grenades. I will slow you with polar vortex turrets. See how slow they're going? Plus, she's no help right now. I can burn some hatred. Take myself out of hitability. Throw some grenades. There we go. Getting some good rift stones. That's awesome. Plus, this is helping. Too bad I don't have the belt. There's a grenade belt that would make these a lot more effective. Make myself unhittable. There we go. Some turrets there. See how slowly they're moving? Because it's a cold field that sort of slows them down. And also boosts the damage I'm doing using Pull the Weak. Right. Hi, dude. Sorry, had to kill you. It's not personal. It's just loot. Can I get around that? Thank you. Was weird. Couldn't get past it initially. All right. Can't make any use of these. I can give her a ring, which will boost her toughness, and I can probably give her boots, yes. And gloves, yes. She can't equip those, so that's off the table. Alright, so let's leave. Let's go to back in at T4. go grab. Let's check our stuff here. Let's do some things here. Custom engineering to make our turrets better. Turret leveling is kind of fun. Let's also go with numbing traps, right? No. Yeah, sentry fire. There we go. And then let's go grenadier maybe. No. There we go. Ambush is good. Let's go with the boar companion for toughness. We'll keep that on polar station. Actually, no. Let's go with homing rockets. Yeah, and then I'll do ballistics rockets. Maybe I should change this. Yeah. Armor buff. That's good. I think that's it. And then just hold shift left click. Now I can put 3 of them out. I don't have the Marauder set because that would let me have 2 more, right? Or is that the no, that's the legendary item that lets you have 2 more of them. All right. Now I'm just messing around, just trying different things. Letting my turrets do most of the work while I use evasive fire just for the toughness. You can see I'm pretty tough here. Partially because of the immunity from the smoke screen, and then just the extra hard armor from the casting evasive fire. 67. I could probably cast Vengeance now, couldn't I? Yeah, that's probably something I could do. So let's change this to Vengeance. And let's do C. And then let's make this go here. This can go here. I can automatically cast C. And now I don't use as much. Yeah, there we go. My hatred use is way down. Not super low just yet, but still way down. I can do that because of Dawn, which is like the very prized weapon that you want to have permanent uptime on Vengeance. Especially with the Zodiac Ring, it's like insane right now. let's go make a change here. I want to do something slightly different. Yes, I should have done this. I did not do it. And I should do this. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I should do it. That's right. So this needs to come out. Now that I have strafe, and take it should go in. There we go. That's better. I can move a little bit faster. Regen a little bit of that. Excellent. I'll let it regen a little bit. Down. Be invulnerable here and there. Invulnerable. Invulnerable. Maybe I'll go back to the hatred regeneration of the bat. Probably better. Let me fix that real quick. I don't really need that amount of toughness from the boar. So I've got some regen from Seethe, Vengeance. Yeah, that's better. That lasts much longer. It's not faster than Barbarian. No, it's not yet. Because I'm not using the God build yet. Basically, see this item right here? 4 seconds of momentum when attacking with the primary skill. The maximum duration of 20 seconds. This duration begins counting down after a delay of 5 seconds. Your primary skill does 10% increased damage per second of momentum. Then, where's the speed? Strafing as enemies shoot your last primary skill. 60% damage while strafing. 8% increased movement speed for each second of momentum. There you go. That's the speed increase. 4 piece. It's like just free speed. It's like almost too much at first. When you first get it, you're like, this is too fast. This is too fast. I don't know what I'm doing. But then you get used to it, and then you get accustomed to it, and you're like, when you don't have it, you're like, this is too slow. I'm moving too slowly. And now that can sometimes be a good thing. Like when I'm doing the set dungeon with Marauder, you don't want to be moving quickly. You don't need to. It's not required. It's actually a detriment. You want to move slowly and carefully and cautiously. Otherwise, you fail it. Or you can fail it more easily. Not guaranteed, but it's just so much easier to just go this speed and do the Marauder's set dungeon. No need to run. You don't have to be fast. You'll complete it. It's no big deal. It's really easy. It's like stupid easy. It's like the easiest set dungeon in the game, in my opinion. That particular build especially. I've never done an easier one in the entire game than the Marauder set. You basically have to do no damage. Your turrets do all the damage. You just set them down, and you just stand back and watch, and it's amazing. Oh, I pulled the pet out, didn't I? Okay. Let's go. Now that we're 70, let's go ahead and equip the Enchantress. Now that the pet is eating everything, I need to actually put the pet away, because I don't want it to eat everything. At least I don't think I do. Do I? Maybe it can. Oh, there's the grenades. That's the grenades that I wanted. Don't need it now. All right. Let's just go with that for now. Perfection is basically toughness. Just temporary. All right. Hey, baby, I got some stuff for you. I think you're gonna like this. Okay, we're gonna go with canes. Excellent. Need to level this gem up. But it's not super high priority just yet. Did I get everything? Nope. There's still stuff to do. Nice. Work, turrets, work. You can do it. Just standing here doing nothing, and the turrets are doing everything. It's awesome. This is not the one I need. But this is multi-shot, right? No, it's just the garbage one. Let's just go back. It looks a lot like the multi-shot one that I need for the turret build. Marauders. Just standing here, face tanking everything. Get it all out. Vulnerable and vulnerable. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I want that item. I'll just sit back and let my turrets do all the work. It's nice. I'm not even touching the keyboard. Just standing here doing nothing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Drop another one, drop another one, drop another one, because they do have a limited duration. Now I'm starting to get damage. Alright, so I'll go invulnerable. Just letting the turrets do the work. Just to see, you know, how long it takes. Just for funsies. Put a couple more down. Takes a while. Alright, that was fun. Whee! Strafe. Strafe. Spin to win. Look at how much all this damage I'm taking. Oh wait, no damage. Stand here and get my hatred back. Now just remember, on Barbarian, I would be dead almost immediately in this room. Even with this amount of gear, I'd be dead almost immediately. Just because it just doesn't have the toughness needed at this level to survive well. Remember all the times I died just to the dumbest things? It's just so weirdly designed. Like, there's no invulnerability. There's no, I mean, there's a sort of a middling cheat down. It's like, why would I bother using that? It's like, it takes you to 15% health and then reduces damage incoming. But it's like, well, now I'm just going to die in another 15 seconds because now I'm at 15% health and my potion's already on cooldown. So I'm sort of screwed. It didn't really help me survive. You just prolonged the agony. Stay here. That is the one flaw with the spin to win builds, especially Demon Hunter. It renders the Oculus largely useless unless you just happen to get one in a corner somewhere. And even then, let's say that there's an Oculus Rift right here and you're like trying to stay in it, so you're basically pegged to this corner. But the problem is, see how I'm pointing over here? See, my cursor's over here to stay here? That means my elemental arrows are going to be shot this direction if I try to deliberately shoot them. So really, what does the damage, Hungering Arrow is what's doing the damage. So the ones being shot automatically with Strafe, using the God set, right? Automatically shoot your last used primary skill, right? So strafing, I'm like right here. So it's shooting out Hungering Arrows like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't know how fast it is. It's pretty fast. But I can also shoot extra ones myself just by pointing in that direction, right? Like I'm pointing here and I'm hitting R, because that's where my Hungering Arrow is. So I could be doing extra damage on them, but I'm not because I'm pointing this direction. So that's the one big flaw with the Hungering Arrow build. That there's no real way around it. It's just, or the God Hungering Arrow build. The God Strafe Hungering Arrow of awesomeness build. It's not perfect. It does have its drawbacks. It does have its flaws, and that's one of them. But it's a very minor flaw. But it does impact trying to do maximum DPS because you're pretty much, you know, I can stay here, right? And yes, I'm doing X amount more damage, which is excellent. But I'm also not doing as much damage as I could do if I were able to also directly hit the enemy with Hungering Arrow, in addition to the ones being automatically cast using the strafe/set combo. It's a minor error. It's a minor nuisance. It's not game breaking by any stretch. I'm not playing Witch Doctor. Not again. This is good for the Marauder set, because the Marauder set lets you have one of every companion. So this is like a straight damage reduction, and then there's a ring that also gives you even more damage reduction, which is just crazy. All right, so Restraint. I don't think we'll need this, but let's do that, and let's go here with that. I don't use this, even though it's preferred for a high DPS build, because to use this, I would need to remove this, and I'd rather have the double bubble. So bubble here, bubble here. So if you look here, you can see as I do this, see I've got a bubble. That's the first bubble. Second bubble. Now there's two bubbles. 2 lines of defense against enemies, which makes this a fairly tanky build between that bubble and that weapon. That's my preferred way of running it. There's the bubble right there. See? Boop, boop, boop. Absorbing damage. And then there's the Squirt's Necklace. So as long as my bubbles hold, both bubbles, I'm doing 100% damage. So it's a great advantage to have 2 bubbles. To me, that's worth losing whatever damage improvement I could get from this. Personally. I will put this in the cube because I'm never going to use it. Ever, ever, ever. All right, so let's, is there anything else I can grab and put on? Natalia's Vengeance. I don't like the Natalia's Spike Trap build. It's not terrible, it's just weird. It's one of those builds that's challenging to play because you have to have all your ducks in a row and do things a certain way. I could have also put these rings on and had more speed. All right. So unfortunately, the strength is a bullshit thing. This necklace is going to be worthless, not even worth considering, because I would roll off the strength, right, to get whatever. But what I really want is cold damage, because ultimately I'll be using Hungering Arrow cold. So sadly, I mean, I guess I could try to re-roll it in the cube to something else. So I'll hold on to it for that. Focus and Restraint. No, no, no. Guardians is very, very good. I try to craft a new Guardian set. That might be wise. Oops, wrong place. Bracers, Guardians. Yeah, I run the Guardian set all the way to the end. It's just really, really good. Okay, so that's already better, even though it's not augmentable. Belt, Guardians. Already better. Now I can go Entangling Shot. I can go Life. Yes, it's not as good as this, but notice the damage is higher. And that's what we're going for at the moment. So this will be... Oop, that's not good. Let's try that again. It's nice being able to just remake it. I don't want life per second. There we go. Much better. And now I can roll physical over to cold, which is what I ultimately want. There we go. I am just gonna... I'll hold on to these in the barbarian set stuff. Because who knows, I might bounce back over there to farm for something. I'm not going to completely rule it out, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. So he has that. I need to level this gem up. Although it's going to take a while. So that's good, that's good. That's really good. Having double bubble always helps that. That also helps. I'm not using any hater generators at the moment, so it's not as helpful. Frenzy is going to be better for that. Oh, wait. Maybe that's why I was having so much good cooldown. I don't think so. I think it was mostly this. That was probably helping. I'm not really using... Yeah, I can go chromes. There we go. Yeah. So let's just say farm. It's the farm build for now. I'm not really at a level where I need the gold, right? The gold I can get from this level is low, so I'm just going to stay without the Boon of the Hoarder for the moment. I don't even know where that gem is right now. Did I pull it out already? Yeah, I did. Okay. Let's also put in more defensive gems. That'll be helpful. Resource cost of fire skills is not going to really do much for me right now, but it's just it's a placeholder piece unless I can, well, there's 3 slots, strength, fire. Let me reforge this a little bit. It's not fantastic. Or actually, before I do that, let me go for, I have this. Go for torso. That's better stat-wise. All right, that at least gets me a little bit better. Yeah, sentry damage. That's fine. Let's go with let's see, what weapon do I have now? Meh. I can do better. The Siri Satchel or whatever it is. Quiver. That's good. That's garbage. That's garbage. Maybe I'll do a multi-shot build for a little while. That can be pretty powerful. 1, 2, but I would need the bow. I can make bows and get that in there. So if I went with this, I know I'm losing my bubble. I could put this in the cube, but I'll go without the bubble for the moment. If I go with a multi-shot build, I also need a gem here. Do I have a helm that I could just throw in there? I do like this for the resource cost reduction. But, yeah, I'll probably just keep that and just keep a distance. So what I really want is to make a couple bows. See if I get a multi-shot bow out of this. Nope, not the Raven. Raven is bullshit. Nope, that's bullshit. Nope. I'll save it for the cube, but garbage. For me, anyway. Make a few more. How many thousands? Okay, good. I've got plenty. It's always the damn Raven bow. Nope. There are builds. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right, I'm going to put this in the cube because I want Dawn up here for now. Now, it's weird. I'm going to go with multi-shot, which is something I don't normally do. Go full broadside. So, boop, boop, boop. And it's going to be resource starved a little bit, but this helps. And let's, the Bat Companion is going to help. So, I think the Marauder set only kicks in, yeah, with the 4-piece. I want it to be shooting multi-shot when I do. Yeah. So I don't have that. I don't have access to that just yet, but you know. Why is this down here? Let's put this back here on his page. Weird. Okay. That was the one that I got rid of. I'll hold on to the fire one. That might be useful for certain builds. Like this one is fire, right? Oh, no, it's physical. All right, so let's change this to physical and put it on. There we go. That'll help a little bit for the moment. Then I'll save the cold one for later. Yeah. Boop. 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 I'll just stick with T4 for the moment and see how this feels. But basically the idea here is that this quiver lets multi-shot hit enemies below 60% health twice. Now, one thing I did lose, and now I'm sort of kicking myself for doing it, is the actual bow. Where is it? I need to put it on, actually. There we go. Yang's recurve. One of the things on Yang's is that it reduces the cost of your multi-shots. But to do that, I would need to put this in the cube, and I didn't want to do that yet. I don't want to commit to putting this in there just yet. So my multi-shots are going to be a little bit costly, but they will be powerful, right? But Seethe will help me, right? As I kill things, Seethe will come back, and it'll help this stay topped off. Now, one thing I could do, let me see if I already have an item that has lower cost on it. Like a garbage item here. Resource costs. Yeah, that works. What else? I'm not using primary damage, but I want things that give me resource cost reduction. Maybe there's a ring that would do that. That just is already resource cost reduction. Because this one is cooldowns. That doesn't help me as much. Resource cost. There we go. Oop, this way. So this lets me get my cooldowns. Lets me get my resource cost reduced. It's sort of like the best of both worlds there. That's cooldowns, but this was both resource cost and cooldowns. So that's nice. Do I have a Stone of Jordan, or do I have maybe this one? No. But I can roll this one over from strength to resource cost reduction. There we go. That works. So hopefully, with Seethe, now it comes back up quickly. Yes, it would be better if I'd kept the bow, but I didn't want to get rid of Dawn. Because ultimately, this will be equipped. You know, when I do my God build, this will be right here, right where it is. And then this will be right over here. Hopefully a better version of it with a higher shield, but still, it's where they'll be. So if I do get another primal, I'm definitely making this into another primal, because I already have half of what I need. Another one is all I need, and this will be a perfect weapon. Or very close to perfect if it rolls correctly. Even if it rolls incorrectly, I'll still keep it. It'll still be my main go-to. But if I get another Dawn, then I'll cube it and maybe get another multi-shot bow out here, because multi-shot bows are not difficult to come by. I could always make another one. Let's see here. What else do I need? I need to go for shoulder, maybe? Yeah, let's go for shoulder. Nope, but at least maybe this is dexterity. Yes. You go there, you. Now that won't really help me much at the moment, but at least it's a better stat. And I can change this to life. Ooh, resource costs. Yes, there we go. It's even better. I could probably change... There's nothing I can do there. I need to put a slot or a socket in this. That's tempting, but I'd rather have a socket. And then I can put like a topaz in there for resource cost reduction. Come on. Yes, I see multi-shot damage. I'd rather have resource cost reduction. My problem for a while is not going to be the multi-shot damage. It's going to be resource costs. Fine, I'll just wait a moment. Let the RNG go to a different number table, maybe. There we go. All right, so let's get a good topaz. Very nice. That works. And then... All right, let's go to 7. See how this works. Because this is when you're guaranteed death's breaths. Automatically cast that. Temple of the Firstborn. Again, right now I'm just farming gear as much as possible. I don't really need the turrets. Actually, let me rethink that. I'm not really a turret build at the moment. I do need to put in... Let's not go that. Let's go with clarity. And let's change this to... Hungering Arrow, Devouring Arrow, just like we would with a God build. So this gives me 50% damage reduction. Right there, my toughness goes up. Let's see. All right. What else? All right, let's not go with full absolute damage at the moment. Or full speed. Let's go with toughness and with... let's not go with speed, let's go damage. That's what I meant. Because we're trying to just sort of burrow through the toughness level and get those drops that are going to be really important. And... that's really nice. Maybe I can roll off strength and get resource cost. Or this right here. Cooldowns, no. That's better. There we go. Oh. Yep, that's good. That also gives me more toughness, because the issue now is going to be toughness, so let's just try to boost that a little bit. I will change that to boar for the toughness, but... I don't like having to aim, but that's sort of a compromise in the moment. You gonna pick those up? Do I? Oh, I don't have to pet out, do I? Okay, now I can use these Oculus Rifts. Oops. I'm just holding left, and now I'm basically keeping up. I'm basically buffing myself with this. See, I'm just holding down R, right? And since I have Vengeance on, it's also firing, like, whatever this is, like homing rockets, side guns, Vengeance, both. Yeah, side guns and rockets. Now I can sort of almost hold down multi-shot while I do that. So I get lots and lots of damage. Let's fix this real quick. That's good. Don't need this. Let's go with leech, maybe? No, we don't need that. That'll be a bit of speed. I like that. Let's do cola weed. A little bit of extra damage. Let's try this for a while. Notice this is at T7 with 0 set bonuses, right? Except for Guardians. Let me take this off, and you'll see how much better this is than, well, of course, tell you what, let's do something here. Paragon, reset. Reset, 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 reset. Movement speed. Right? Well, let's go. See, how much is this? None. All right. Paragon, movement speed. All right, so this is like I just hit T70. I have no Paragon. Look how much damage I'm not taking, even without the Guardian set. Right? I'll avoid standing in the Oculus Rift. Now, if I were doing this in the Barbarian, I would have been dead a long time ago. Yeah, it's taking longer to kill, and it would have taken longer on the Barbarian. That's fair, but also the Barbarian would be dead because it can't face tank things without the gear. It's very gear dependent. This build is not. I mean, yeah, I have really nice things. Let's take some things off. See how it fares. Take this off. Now I'm starting to take damage. That's fair, but I can also move away, right? And I can still do rather well. I don't know. It's just one of those annoying things. Oops, Paragon. I do need to redo the boots a little bit, but not yet. Let's see. I want to go movement speed, dexterity. There we go. Cooldown reduction, critical hit chance, attack speed, crit. Resist all life armor. This. Resource cost. This. Okay. Why is it not passive? There we go. It's weird. It wasn't letting me do right click. It's like it was broken or something. Now it's not letting me do it. Like I can't do it. I can't right click. That's weird. Is that a bug? It has to be a bug. Are they CCing me or something? I thought I was immune to that. Because the altar. Really could use a... really could use a portal now. It's easier to not die to things that hit you if you don't let them hit you. Like that. So I think that's one reason why players were using the Demon Hunter so much in the original game when it came to like farming for things they could sell in the real money auction house, because they were basically super powerful because they could just stand at a distance and not get hit by anything. Whereas me, poor barbarian, was like struggling to kill anything on Torment or Hell mode or whatever it was called. I think it was called Torment. I need to go look that up and see what it was called. Yeah, oh, look at that. I can't cast it. Boy, he's dying. Takes a while. Still no portal. I don't know why I'm not getting the immunity from CC. Very strange. All right, well, that was fun. It's time to take a break. At least she's to high end. She's to the end game. And I can just crunch everything. There's nothing right here I need. I'll wait to do anything with this until one or both of these are ancients. But what I will do... wonder... I don't want to burn through all my Death's Breath, so, because I will need them later. Plenty of Forgotten Souls. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything for me right now because it only procs off of strafe, so. But it's just there for the stats. I don't think I have anything better to put there. Maybe something over here? You would need to be like really good for the stats to be better. And you can't equip anything with an X. You can equip anything if it doesn't have an X. Yeah, I don't really have anything. I mean, this is good. I could always put 2 of these on. It's not quite the toughness of that, but it's still... Like if I were to put these on, I would get the cost reduction and the cooldown reduction, which is really good for this. So if I look at my cooldown reduction, I'm at 38, which is pretty much what you need for that. So I could, in effect, take off this. I could take off Zodiac and put on... I could put Unity on and put Unity on the follower. I could put on... well, I don't want to do that. I could put on Convention. That would really help on certain cycles. Let's try that. Let's just temporarily change this around a bit so I can actually kill things in those weird modes. Okay, this Tegek's not going to really do anything for me. It doesn't proc off of this, so that's sort of a waste. Let's try something different here. Let's try... I guess I could put this back in for speed, but I'm not really speed starved at the moment. I'm still just trying to figure things out. Maybe physical damage reduction? That might help. Something like that might help. I'll go with physical damage reduction in the moment. Yes, these are for strength, but that's still... I'm wearing them for the effect, not for the bonuses. Those two bonuses right there. So cooldowns, resource costs. See, I can basically do this a lot longer. And then let's make sure that this is ending in time. Ooh, cooldown reduction just... Oh, because I had it from the ring. Okay, well, I can always redo that. Let's go... Not doing much for me anyway. There we go. 5%. 7%. That's good. And then this one, yeah. Resource cost, that's good. But I want both. Do I have both? No, I don't have both. Maybe I do that. Yeah. I want to make sure that this recasts before this bar disappears. So I have full uptime on Seethe. And... boop. That's good. That's like at 40%? They say 36-7% is enough, but I've never found that to be enough. I need it to be above 40 for this to... Because usually this won't cast because I'm doing strafe, and it's not going to cast until the next time I hit Devouring Arrow, which could be a few seconds after this expires if I keep the tolerances too tight. Doesn't matter as much here, but if you're doing a push build, you would be changing this. Whoops. Let me make sure it doesn't recast. You'd be changing this over to Dark Heart right here, which is a 50% damage reduction. So you don't want that to drop at all. You want that to be full uptime. So to me, it's worth that few extra seconds of grace, that grace period for my Hungering Arrow to break the strafe so that auto casts again. Because I'm not auto casting this. It's just whenever I cast Hungering Arrow, it has a chance to fire off. Because otherwise, strafe just keeps anything that's auto casting from casting. It's like the whirlwind for the barbarian. As long as you're whirlwinding, nothing that you've numlocked will cast. Except it does under certain circumstances, and I can't figure out why. It's like it reaches some sort of a breaking point where it's like, I'm just going to go and autocast. It's weird. It's like maybe a server hitch or something breaks the whirlwind casting for a brief second or a brief split second, and in that split second it casts, whatever it is that you need over here. Strange. Resource cost. I'll be right back. Bio break. In the words of Malcolm from Jurassic Park, that was a big pile of shit. That's what coffee does, man. Cleans you out. You might be thinking, gross, don't overshare. It's funny. Being provocative is hilarious. All right, so let's see how well we do. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and see if I can get a portal in the Temple of the Firstborn, because no luck that time. Okay, auto cast, please. Thank you. Very laggy. Excellent. I can just stand back here and be safe and not be killed. Can go passively and carefully stand in the Oculus Rift. Or the Oculus, the Oculus Rift. That's what that is. It's an Oculus Rift. Whee! This way. Run over here, shoot everything there. Basically a screen clearing feature. So I can go like this. I can go WER, shoot, 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 shoot. WER, shoot, shoot, shoot. WR, shoot, shoot, shoot. Now later on there's, the Zeiss stone that makes things take more damage at distance, but I probably won't be using that. I won't be needing it. Well, maybe with the God build I will. I could really use a portal. Might as well use the Oculus circles while I still can. I won't be able to as the God build usually. As I explained, it's just the same problem as the whirlwind build. Here we go. Here's a nice little kill 100 homies. That's what I thought it said for a moment. Homies. Good. This is a good level for this build. It's a hodgepodge. Doesn't have any good 2, 4, or 6 piece bonuses, at least from proper sets. Some class sets. But we did get this, which is awesome. Oh, look. Remember those bosses that kept killing me? Oh, we'll stay here. I'm immune from your CC, or immune to your CC. I'll just stay here, just space tank everything. Getting lots of nice rift keys. Ooh, maybe that's a good quiver. Don't know. Don't think this is the 7th series satchel, or whatever it's called. No, it's one that I would never remember because it's garbage. I don't know of any builds that use chakram, like any, endgame builds that would use that. Having to aim is annoying, yes. I'd rather not have to do that. But that's where I am at the moment. And it's sort of a lesser of two evils when it comes to killing things well or not killing things at all. Multi-shot right now is my best option because it's a screen clearer. Like you can see, I can kill many enemies at once with it. And they don't have to be near me, unlike Whirlwind. I can just kill them like way off to the edge of the screen. Like down there. Imagine how hard it was to do that with Whirlwind. I can even just come back here. Whoops. I can come back here and just say, you know what? I'm going to make you guys come to me. I don't want to be down there. I just don't want to be down there for whatever reason. Ah, nice. Rucksack. This is for the sentry build. Ooh, and it's a nice multiplier. Nice. Ooh. Cluster arrow deals. Is it worth switching? Don't know. I do have the pet's gloves. I'll have to think about that, because that is a fun, really chill, easy build to play. I mean, obviously it's better if you have the Marauders set, but even without that, if you can get the multipliers going, it's really fun to play. It's like super easy chill. Maybe I'll set something up and just try it. Because that's really the trick, is having that rucksack. Because then you switch to cluster arrow, and then ideally you would have the, at least the 2-piece, maybe, so that the turrets also fire cluster arrow when you do. Jax is a force multiplier on the original, cluster arrows do X more damage. Let's look at that real quick. Now that I have the rucksack, at least know I can do my my set mastery, and I can master it first time. It's like, mwah, so easy. All right, so we're gonna go with set and garbage. But if I wanted the rucksack, me save this off my current set and just save this as multi-shot. So if I pull this in here, I'm going to keep that because really I'm just banking on that being in there. Now, do I have... I don't think I have a weapon that does cluster arrows, right? No, it's just... Yeah. I mean, I could swap to bolas, and that would... You know, but I'd rather have this in here. Actually, you know what I could do? Snared by my entangling shot. I could change this to entangling shot, and then do chain gang, right? Let's try this. Sentry, polar station. So, like that. I definitely need seethe, right? Or maybe I don't need seethe at this point. Maybe. Because the only thing that's going to take resources is these things. And I can change this to custom engineering. That lets me put out, I can have up to 5 of these things. There's 4 and now 5, right? That's 5 times the damage. These are all cold. So I can swap this back over here to cold. I would keep... This might be better with Guardians, right? Because I don't really need cooldown reduction as much as I need... Or maybe I do. Maybe I just go with cooldown reduction for now. Because that does give me resistances. Resource costs, cooldown reduction. It's not like I'm going to burn through resources doing this anyway. I could cast these all day. And that's the only thing that costs resources. So it's not like I'm at a loss even without Seethe. But Seethe is going to make the turrets, or going to let me do more damage, I think, with the turrets. Or with this. Because notice how it's just shoot, shoot, shoot. But if this is active, it's like... Because Seethe is also doing side guns and homing rockets, right? And then 40% increased damage. So you really do want this going, because that's extra damage. So what I can do is I can put this in the cube. Swap to entangling shot. Or Odyssey's End. So anything entangled will take more damage. That might work. I'll try it. I'm just riffing now. This is normally, I don't build this way. This is just me having fun with the class, really. Okay, so we're going to go with Ruck. Actually, no, Sentry. Yeah, Sentry build. And is there an icon that sort of means Sentry here? I'll just use that. They really need to add more icons. The amount of icons is paltry. Same thing here. These are just... They need, like, so many more icons here. Just that are more meaningful. And I mean, these icons are better than the ones in D4. The ones in D4 suck. At least these are colorful. And they have pictures. Like, there's a male and female for every class. There's all these really, you know... blue, like this is gold, this is something else. You know, these are meaningful. This is like the gem slot or whatever, right? You can make them mean whatever you want. But in D4, they're like black and white. It's like they just phoned in the design on that game. It's just pathetic. It's really pathetic. They need to be fired. Sorry, but they need to be fired. Whoever architected the design, the graphic design for that game is just... They still haven't figured it out. They're just struggling to do anything good. That's why I can't play it. It's just too annoying. Okay, so this is not a good one. Let's go with, yeah. Ooh, vitality. I'm not going to be resource starved. But yeah. And actually what I'll do is I'll swap these. Because R is my polar vortex key. And then I'll just right click to shoot things. Let's see how this works. See if it's viable or if it's stupid. I'm definitely not taking much damage. Certainly a lot less damage than before. I should be using cluster arrows, shouldn't I? Maybe that's the problem. If I swap back to cluster arrows, if I swap over to cluster arrows, so I've got my sentries. I want to have some sort of a builder. That way I proc my wrist. But maybe I change this over to use cluster arrows. But those will be using a lot of... Wait, am I going to have to really change back companion over cluster arrows? I don't like doing that because that's... Ugh. I want cold. Maybe the life gen. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. This is a lot of work. Left click, right click, left click, right click. I should swap those. These need to be backwards. Oops. Builder on left. Spender on right. Yeah, no, this is not going to work. Alright, it's not ready for prime time. Good that I checked, though. I'll swap this back to my multi-shot build. Make sure it's saved. Equip that. Let's change that icon to big sword. Because it's the big damage for now. Need to stand back, that's right. Follow me, guys. Follow me. That's right. W-E-R. 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 Where's the little guy? There's a little guy around here somewhere. There he is. Ooh. Yeah, I'll stand in this even though it puts me in harm's way. I hate having to chase those guys around in melee. Can you guys follow me down here? Or you guys follow me up? Trying to get them sort of all in a similar area so I can just do damage to everything at once. There we go. That works. Very tanky. Unlike the barbarian. Of course, a lot of that's to do with my gear and my gems and stuff. So it's a bit of an unfair comparison. But you'll see that this ends up being very, very, very tanky. Don't need that hand crossbow. I mean, if it's Natalia's, I might consider it. Because I already have Natalia's boots. That took a while. Damage is not the greatest, but my toughness is pretty good. Oh, good, bosses. I like the bosses. I like Rift Keys. Oh, yep, thank you. Yes, please summon little things that'll die so I can get Oculus circles, Oculus rings. Oh, I can do, that's right, I can do potions, I forgot. Get potion buffs. Remember how the barbarian would die immediately, even at this level, even with this level of gear? Yeah, this is better. Taking forever, though. That part's not fun. The fact that it takes forever. Oh, good. More bosses, I like. I mean, I wanted to, like, farm for keep. That's one thing I do want. So this is good. Even though it's taking a while. I don't think I want to lower this, though, because it's not like it's hard to do. It just takes a while. I'm not at any risk of dying unless the server lags out. So it's a matter of like, well, I kind of want the, I kind of want the gear. I want the drops because everything, the higher I am and the more I can do this, the more chances I get of obtaining set gear. But there is that sort of Laffer curves type return on results where if it takes you twice as long to get 20% more drops, is it worth it? Right? Where all of a sudden the returns become diminishing even as you move higher and higher. Where the result where you have a higher chance of getting dropped, but it's now taking you twice as long, so it just becomes not worth it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna lower it. This will basically cut their health in half, I believe. It's much better. And the drop rates don't drop by that much. Then you basically have to weigh that against the difficulty of opening a rift, right? Like how much work does it take to open one of these things in the first place? And what are the odds of getting one with many floors? But I mean, that was really productive. Because I got like, what, 3 boss floors in a row? And I'm wearing the boss gear on the follower, so I probably have a bazillion keys. Yeah, look at that. 41 rift keys. Or rift stones. I just call them keys. They're keys, goddammit. They're rift keys. We all know they're rift keys. Doesn't matter what their actual name is. What their name is. They're keys that open a greater rift. Greater rift keys. Rift keys. I'm just rifting now. Get it? Riffing? Rifting? Follow me. Thank you. I can kill you all at once. And crossbow. Oh, it's another dawn. Nice. I'll take that. Stick it in the cube, or I'll stick the one I have in the cube. Very nice. At that point, I would want to use Yang's recurve on my person rather than the cube, because then I get like a reduced cost. Let's see what's up with that. Let's see how good this Yang's is. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was Dawn? Hopefully it's an ancient. I know it's not a primal because it didn't drop as a primal. I would have seen that. Ooh, yeah, we're cubing that. That's sort of a... Okay, that's right. Oops. Why did it not consume it? Did I grab the wrong thing? I think I grabbed the wrong thing. That was weird. What did I just absorbed? Let me look. Is it because I'm tired? Lost request. Incham hack. No, it wasn't one of those. Not these. It was Ice Climber, wasn't it? Is that what I just absorbed? I'll have to look at the video later. Okay, so this we don't care about. That we don't care about. That we don't care about. Nope. 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 You know what I could do? I could go with a LOD build. I would have to ditch one of these two. But I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would get a lot more damage if I just ditched one of these, right? Because right now I only have one set bonus. So let's try that. Let's go with speed. This will be fun. Put this down here. So right now I have one set bonus. Let's see the LOD gem, which will increase this over here. All right, so I should get 3.75 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's not incredible now, but you can level this up and like it just skyrockets damage. So I could go do a greater rift right now and be like amazingly more powerful. So let's just try this just for grins. I will struggle with resources a little bit. And toughness just a little bit. Because I'm losing toughness and I'm losing resources faster. But if I roll and get the bow, that'll help a lot. I should do that. Because then I can choose Dawn in the cube. Choose Yang's recurve on me, And then I get the effects of both still. Let's try that. Let's make some bows. Try for Yangs. Come on, Yangs, you can do it. I believe in you, Yangs. Whoops, wrong place. This place. As expected, it's all garbage. Fortunately, I have lots of mats, so that's good. I don't want to use all of them, but this does give me materials for later Forgotten Souls, so that's good. There we go. Yangs is in the house. So, bolas, Yangs here. Dawn in the cube. So if you look at the text, it says, reduces resource costs by 47%, which is huge. That will make multi-shots, like, almost never-ending. See that? It's pretty amazing. All right, so I do want to get rid of vitality here, because these are all things I want to keep. And I do want a socket. What's my current cooldown? I'll keep cooldown reduction. And I'll basically avoid a socket for the moment, because I need that cooldown reduction, because I'm losing it from these. I don't have this anymore. So this is going to have a hard time keeping up. But most of what I was doing this for was for hatred regen. But since I have this, I'm going to need a lot less on that, right? Because I've just reduced my hatred requirements. These will die faster, but it's still, I'm struggling a little bit because my Lod Gem is not as good as it could be, or as good as it should be. But at least I'm tough. If I were to level the gem like one time by 5 levels, I would be just slaughtering these things. Because the Lod Gem scales, it scales linearly, but it scales very quickly. So like the first 25 levels are amazing. After that, it starts to taper off as far as how effective it is, because at higher levels, you sort of want it to scale logarithmically, but linearly is really good for a while. Like, you don't want it to scale logarithmically at first. Because it basically goes from like 3.75 to like 7.75, which is double the damage, right? Just about, and then it goes to like 11.75. It like goes up by 3 or 4 every time, which is amazing for like the first 25 levels. Even just for the first 5 levels, it's incredible. Like if I were to go do that now, these guys would be dead long ago. Of course, I wouldn't be able to do them now, probably. I guess I could theoretically go do that, then come back. Where is it? Where is it hiding? There's a little dude somewhere. Where is he? I have to kill one more little shit mob, and that'll open the portal. There he is. Thank you. That's the other problem with those bosses. If you don't kill them with a certain amount of time, unless they're the bosses that summon ads, then you're not going to get a rift or an Oculus circle. Nice. This is so nice. Another Yang's. Is this an ancient? Please be an ancient. Please be an ancient. Whoops. 197, a little bit better. Resource cost by 42%. Nope, it's worse. But I did get the primary, I did get the pants, another set of pants that does more damage to primary skill, which is good because that gives me a piece. This right here gives me a piece that does agility rather than strength, or dexterity rather than strength. Although the other one... Hi, babe. Are you off today? Oh, cool. No, I didn't remember. So when you left at like 6 in the morning, I'm like, what the hell is she doing? Well then, someone's living the life of luxury. Someone's living a semi-charmed life having a week off. He said as he's basically stays home all day, every day. Now she's singing semi-charmed kind of life. Okay, not doing that. Ooh, I should have kept that, shouldn't I? Yep, I should have kept that. So now, but now I have a set. I don't want a set. Yeah. Let's just save that. That was dumb. I should have kept that Shadow Mantle set. I was just in like a mode. Right? Whoops. Wrong one. There we go. This one, nope. Let's go level that gem. Not at 90. Let's do this at 5. This will be fun. I'll probably even put a speed build together for this. Doing it at this level. Why is it laggy? It's laggy. I click it and nothing happens. Very annoying. Internet lag is bad. It is not my friend. Internet lag is not my favorite thing. Just of all the things I want to list that are my favorites, internet lag would not be at the very top of the list. Maybe second or third, but not the top. It is not my favorite thing. And to think I used to hate this place. What was I thinking? This is more twitchy than I want, but you sort of have to earn your way up, right? I don't like the stop, spray, stop, spray, stop, spray, stop, spray. It's not my favorite way to play, but it's what I have in the moment. It's going to go up. Now look at this. It was at 3 point whatever. Look at 7.5, 11.25, 15, 18.75. Did I not buy the extra upgrade? That was dumb. Let's buy the upgrade next time. So as a force multiplier, I basically just amplified my damage by an insane amount. Going from 3.75 to 18.75. So it's like equipping, you know, an item that multiplies your power by 4 or 5, right? Like if you get some set piece and it's like, you know, like one of these kinds of things, you know, that says, you know, this now hits for 500% more damage. That's essentially what I'm getting here, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 times 18.75. Let's do the math here. 13 times 18.75. That's 2.43 times the damage, or additional damage. Depends on how you interpret the word increases, because it's sort of nebulous, as Michael Scott would say. Still a garbage piece for this build. It's not what I need. I don't have any other shoulders that would be good yet. Maybe I could... No, I don't want to do that because I'll get a set shoulder and that'll harsh my buzz. It'll be like getting the Marauders glove all over again. Okay, let's go all the way up. Oh shit, I forgot to empower it. Damn it. What am I thinking? See that? Just boost right to 8. It's because I've never done a Greater Rift on her, so she doesn't have it selected by default. And with the Barbarian, I was sort of in the headspace of just hitting enter, because it was always selected by default. Again, notice the toughness. I'm not dying. Remember all the jewelry and items he had, and he was dying left and right? It was embarrassing. Part of it too is because my damage reducer here is based off of a builder, which there's no cooldown on. I can cast that as much as I want. I don't have to worry about like, oh, is the cooldown ready? Do I have to bring the cooldown down? There's a level of stress there that I just don't need. It's like having to maintain that at all times. It's just stressful because it's something you have to think about. Whereas now it just happens. I just make sure I cast that. It's not on the cooldown. It's just always there. I just cast it every, every 5 seconds, 6 seconds, which I do by habit anyway, because that's what you want to do to keep up your momentum stacks on the God build. And yeah, to be frank, this is not my favorite build. I don't like the multi-shot Demon Hunter. It's not something I play. I try to avoid it, but it's the best I have now, so I'll play it, and it works, and I know how to do it. It's just very twitchy, and you have to click this, and you have to click this. It's not hard to play. It's just you have to hold down, you have to right-click, and it sprays a whole bunch, which is fun, right? It just kills everything in sight, but it's not the way I would want to play. Try this with a demon, with the Barbarian. You can't. I can't think of anything that does this level of screen clearing on the Barbarian. Maybe I just don't know Barbarian very well. But Whirlwind certainly doesn't do it. And the hammer build where you run up and hammer something to death, that absolutely doesn't do it. At least not that I've ever seen. I tried that build and it was like really boring. It was like you basically furious charge over to something and then bam, 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 bam. And it's one, it's very loud, which I don't like, because you're hammering somebody to death. And two, you have to basically, everything has to be in melee range, right? Here, this enemy's in melee range just because it came to me. Oh, nice. All right, so remember 18.75. It's going to go up linearly to 22.5. 30. Now at 33.75, I'm now at like 7 times my original damage. So I can bump it up even higher. Almost time for a bio break. Do you see I put iced coffee in the fridge for you? Sure. I make iced coffee for both of us. Ooh, looks like we're going with a Marauder build in a bit. So there's 4 pieces, technically. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets you all the companions, which is toughness. Especially when you have this, right? That's your toughness. And you also have toughness from the bracer when casting whatever builder you have. And then 4 pieces, the sentries cast Elemental Arrow, Chakram, Impale, Multi-Shot, which is what I'm doing now, and Cluster Arrow when you do, as well as automatically casting your equipped Hatred Spenders. So, you could put a bunch of Hatred Spenders, but usually just put Multi-Shot, which is a Hatred Spender. So it just like goes Jew, and does everything everywhere. I might swap to that, but I did want to do this at least one more time because it's fun. Natalia's. Yeah, that's now. Of course, it's not going to scale to like way high because it's going to miss the 6th piece. But if I get 2 more pieces of that, I'm switching because that's a really good way to like level for a while. Let's see how ouchy this is at 10 with Empowered. A little bit ouchy. But I could never do this on Barbarian. Well, maybe someone can, but I can't. It was baffling me why I was not able to do well. Still, it baffles me. It's like it makes no sense to me why it would be built the way it's built. And remember, I'm very poorly built on this class. I mean, yes, I have high-level gems, but it's just a hodgepodge of legendary pieces, only a couple of which really synergize. Now, I can stand in things, that's good, that's a benefit. That's what I couldn't do on Whirlwind, so that is in my favor. And I do have a couple of nice multipliers with multi-shot. What I'll do is after this run, I will switch to the Marauders set and see how well that performs for me. Obviously, I can't use this gen. It won't work. But I can at least test it out. Maybe put Guardians on for toughness and DPS. I don't think I'll need Captain Crimson's because I don't really need the cooldown reduction. At least I don't think I will. The only thing I would need it for is for the sentries, but unless you're spamming them really fast, they cool down fast enough on their own. Plus with Vengeance, I will have no problem with their uptime and casting them as I move around. I shouldn't. Taking a little longer than I would like, but I am pushing it a bit. I'm just seeing how far I can push this with a low-leveled Lod gem. It's almost like, at this point, it's almost like, what am I thinking of? Not a mantra, but like just an exercise in patience where you just slow down and you're careful and you just W-E-R, W-E-R, and I'm just left clicking and just pointing. W-E-R, I'll click that. Don't really need it. Too bad I didn't level this 2 steps higher with the other things. There we go. Finally got an Oculus. My preference here would be to have a Zeiss as well, but the bubble is good. And of course, trapped works wonders. Maybe I could, since I have trapped, I probably don't need the hatred skill slow enemies that they sort of are anyway. Did I put that in there without thinking it through? Maybe. Because I could instead pick a different one that gives me more DPS, probably. There's one that gives me you just a little bit more DPS. I usually don't choose it because it's like marginal. It's like you could do 8% more damage. I'm like, really? 8%? That's it? It's not a lot. Give me double damage. Give me 20% more damage. Like, that's one thing about Barbarian is like 25% more damage when your Fury is high. 20% more damage on this. Like, okay, those are good. I like that. So it's got that going for it, that's for sure. Okay. Oh. Tried to get out of that. Too late. Excellent. We're gonna lose my shield. Yeah, this one. Oh, nice. Die. I keep forgetting to use my potions. Like a dodo head. There we go. That's a long 6.5 minutes. Blech. But I got this upgraded. Look at that. That's incredible. So 13 times this. Oh my god. That's like 650% more damage. Yeah, that gem is crazy. That's why LOD builds are sometimes end-game builds, like GR150 builds, because it just scales so incredibly well. Whoops. Especially if you have Ancients, because if Ancients give double the amount, right? So by the time you're in endgame and you're like full Ancients or mostly Ancients, it just doubles it yet again. It's crazy. Okay, so now we have a dexterity 1. So we have a strength 1. I'm going to put this down with him because I don't need it. Unhallowed essence, okay. See, we're starting to put this together. Starting to get some pieces. That's good. I like clawing my way up from nothing. It's fun. I really don't like the Unhallowed Essence build. Although an Unhallowed Essence is basically the multi-shot build. That's probably why I don't like it, because I really don't like multi-shot builds. I don't like the Impale set either. Although this set was really good when you had the seasonal theme where the weapon makes the Shadow Mantle build behave like the God build. It's like incredibly powerful at that point, because at that point what happens is you put strafe on, just like you do with the God build, except the weapon, or whatever you put it on, it's usually the weapon says, casting strafe, cast your last hatred spender. So what you do is you go into a rift, you cast Impale, and then you start strafing. And now Impale is just like shoots out, boom, 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 all over the place. And it's like incredibly powerful. You see it's 120,000%, right? And 40, to the first enemy hit, 40,000 to subsequent. And then you can choose like the, like if you go to Impale, I believe, if I remember correctly, stun, 2 additional enemies, right? So, boom, boom, to 2 extra enemies. So, it's just like this force multiplier that's just crazy. But let's go try the Marauder build here real quick. Actually, let's go to this one real quick. And now, Marauder. Now we have 4 pieces of Marauder. Yes, excellent. I'll go get the, this waste piece. I'll put this in. Right, so now my toughness goes up. See that? See the toughness, 16,000? Well, I need to have little dudes on my bar. That doesn't work without the dudes. There we go. Let's go boar. There we go. So without, with. Boom, 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 calls all the companions. So now I have lots of little petlings that they're little tanky things. Whoops, don't want to lose that. Put that there. The only thing here that really helps is this one. Don't need that. That might work. Let's remove. Let's actually put. Boy, this is going to be tricky. Because the waist piece is something I'm really vying for here. I might have to put Guardians in the head. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make a helm for Guardians. Because I'm giving it up there. I don't really need this necessarily. Whoops, wrong place again. Helm, Guardians. Let's try another one. Better. Movement speed can come off, and I'll put in a socket. Or maybe I'll just leave it there for now. That's fine. That works. If I need to, I can switch it around and do something different with it. Okay, so this is a current swapping item. This is trash. Current swapping. Swappable. Swappable. Garbage. Okay, so let's see what else I can do that's in the service of... I think I'll do this. I'll do multi-shot here. I don't like it, but it's the better option. And then I'll put Dawn here. Because, whoops. Put multi-shot here, and then full broadside, right? Yeah. What's great is, doing this will all the turrets will go and like this acts as a force multiplier, just like the Lod gem was. Okay, so I have those two pieces, those 4 pieces essentially. Reduction there, because I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go with, what am I going to go with? Chromes, maybe? Because I have equivalent damage reduction. I mean, I could go with, yeah, see, I don't want to have a builder on my thing, because a builder is what I would need to proc the bracers, but I get a similar effect from this now because I have what, 5 pets out, so it's like 45% damage reduction. I mean, it's not perfect; it should be 9, but it goes up to 45% damage reduction, which is pretty good. If I have to, I'll put that on the bar, but I'd rather not. I do have some from this, right? So this is toughness, life regeneration, resistance to elements, not elementses. And if I needed to, I could put Seethe here, which would be even, or I could put Darkheart here. Because right now, I'm not really at a struggle for resources until I do this, right? But even then, it's not that bad because of this. I don't have Captain Crimson's, which is a detriment. If I did, I'd put it here and on the waist piece and then cube this. But it's, you know, it's always, they do a good job of sort of having to make you make tough choices. Now, if I wanted to, I could use Frostburn. Stone Skin Gauntlets might be the better choice here. Rather than speed, I just go with toughness if something does make it past the polar vortexes, right? Or the polar stations to get to me. I'm not thinking polar vortex. All right, let's just back this back down to 7 and see how this plays at a lower level. So it should just erase everything in sight. That's ideal. Basically just need 1. This is how you do the set dungeon, by the way. Except you don't come close to anything. You just basically set down your polar station, and then it does most of the work. Like that. See, it'll cast any of the hatred spenders. I can just basically stand back. It'll do all the damage. But then it'll do more damage if I do that. With the set dungeon, you want to things have to stay out of melee range, otherwise you fail it. Well, actually, you won't fail, you just won't complete both objectives if something comes in melee range. But if you get bitten by a worm, you will fail the dungeon. So what you do is you move slowly and carefully, and you're watching the minimap for skulls. And if you see a skull sort of slide across, like most enemies like move somewhat slowly, but worms, they go like at a perfectly linear speed from start to finish. Most enemies will ease in and ease out, but worms won't. They'll just move linearly. And if you see that little skull moving linearly from start to stop, like almost like magic, like they instantly begin moving, then they instantly stop moving, and they stay the same speed the whole time, you know that's a worm, so you basically move away from the skull just a little bit, not too much, just enough that you're not in melee range. And then once they come up, you just zap them. You just let your polar vortex zap them, really, because it'll just shoot them. See you, babe. Have fun. See how much easier this is? I'm just throwing down a polar vortex. Shooty shoot. It does most of the work. Because it's like little petlings that cast multi-shot. Oh, and the other thing I could do, now that I'm thinking about it. Yep. I just remembered. Oh wait, I can't do that, can I? Because I'm in a dungeon. I was gonna say I could change the gloves. Nope, can't do that. Put down all the things. I just sit back and relax. Let them do all the work. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we're gonna bring this one up. I could also level Zeiss while I'm at it. But if I get this to 25, then it'll just be a nice little thing that acts all the time. Maybe I'll level it to 35 and use that to augment a weapon so I don't have to waste anything else. Because you have to augment it, or 30, sorry. Use it to augment a weapon for the altar. Okay, I don't ever keep Danetta's, nope. If I wanted to, I could change this to cluster arrow right here. But I like multi-shot more because it's sort of like it does everything around. But that's another option, right? Instead of, just change that to cluster arrow. But I like the multi-shot more, even though I don't actually like multi-shot that much. Okay, so that's strength. So this goes over here. The barbarian. Okay, so what I was thinking was I have the pet gloves, right? So I've put this in here. I'm pretty sure sentries are considered pets. So I could put that in there. I'm pretty sure they're classified as pets, as are all the companions. So, yeah, that would just be like a little bit nice of a damage boost on the sentries. Let's see if I can get a full set of this going, because then it's really easy to just walk around and have them do everything. Shoulders, head, torso. Looks like unhallowed essence, which I don't like. This is a fire skill, right? No, it's physical. Okay, so that won't matter. I still need this for the altar, right? Or I don't need any of these, do I? But I'll hold on to them just in case I need to, like, if I get 5 of these or something, then I'll switch to that. That way I get the last one, right? I get the last effect, which is powerful. Spike Trap is a really weird build. I've played it. I can play it. It's just weird. Let's just go to here. Strength. There we go. All right. What am I at now? Is there anything else I can do to make this easier or faster? I'm not using primary skills, not using fire skills, not using a builder. I already have this in the cube, right? Oh, wait, no, that's right. This could go in the cube technically, right? So if I wanted to, I could put this in the cube and then multi-shot would zap, but I'm going to hold this out just in case. Or I could put this in the cube. That's another option. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe if I turn this off. Let me turn this off for the moment. Because I do have this, which reduces cost. I might actually put this in the cube. That would be smart. Let's see what happens when Seethe goes away. See, it starts to get very hungry for resources. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Or I could just put it here instead, right? Because I'm only using one sentry at a time. I could swap to cluster arrow, except this is the multi-shot bow. Okay, maybe try this. So one. Keep Seethe on. I need to switch this to cluster arrow. Let's see here. Cold damage build. Boy, it's really expensive, isn't it? It's 40 hatred versus 25. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the stupid multi-shot build with these two guys. Right? Or was that right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going with multi-shot, broadside, and I just have 2 fewer sentries. But the thing about that is, you only get the benefit of 5 sentries when you have all the set pieces, because then you go from doing, 3 times 95 damage up to 5 times 95 the damage. And I'm not really, like if I had all 5 pieces, I'd definitely choose the rucksack. But it's not going to really affect much when I'm doing this. Now I get incredibly increased damage from this. And what I could do, actually, I don't think I put Dawn on when I have the bow, right? Because it's, yeah. You can't have a bow, a 2-hander, and a 1-hander. You can have a bow and a quiver, or 2 1-handers, but not... Or a 1-hander and a quiver. So, all right. Let's try this up a bit to maybe 9. Because this multi-shot should now be 3 times the damage. I think what I should do is get Captain Crimson's now, because that reduces costs even more. That might work with Cluster Arrow, come to think of it, because of the reduced cost. But I do like the Guardian set. This is taking a while. Not gonna lie. But I am able just to walk around and do nothing if I want. It's just the cooldown on these things is not good. Yeah, I need more cooldown. I do have Zodiac, but the problem is that I guess I can cast multi-shot more, make it cool down faster. It's always an option. Still not to the point where I'm blazingly fast. That comes later. Yeah, Captain Crimson's is probably going to be the best choice here. I just have to figure out how to work it into the Marauder set. Because I think they compete with slots, like the Marauder slots. Need to be firing this more. And using that more. It's like my brain is focused in on just the turrets for now. So I'm neglecting the W and the E because I'm like trying to get the right, syncopation, right timing for the moment. And not having all the turrets out at once is harshing my bugs. And having be that hungry is also harshing my buzz. It's a solvable problem, but I don't have any builders on the build. Ooh, nice, a shield. That'll help. In fact, I can just keep my turrets right here. I'd rather have 5 turrets too if I can. That is nice. Because it does 5 times the damage, up to 5 times the damage, even without the 6-piece. It's just, you are, when you fire, they fire kind of a thing. So that's 5 times or 6 times the multi-shot damage. Or cluster arrow damage if you choose that option, but that's really expensive. But not if I put Captain Crimson's on. But I have to figure out a way to work that in and work around the fact that they seem to use the same slots. That's not ideal. All right, so this got lots of those, which is nice. Okay, we're not using that. Oculus Ring, I don't think. What is it? 83%. Nope. All right, now if I did that, I would want, there's this, that's not the only 2 pieces, right? I could put this here, then I have to get another piece, and it's legs, or I'm sorry, feet. But that's also a Marauder slot, Marauder. So I can't really equip this unless I have other slots around here. So maybe I can get lucky and get, a chest piece, for instance. It was not to be. So we keep this for the time being. It's messy. And I could go with, well, no, I don't want to use, I can use focus and restraint. That is a possibility. If I went back to rucksack, then I'm a cluster arrow build. Let me just save this for the moment so I can get back to it easily. If I did this, is there a weapon that's cluster arrows, right? Yeah, this one right here, all right. So there's that. So it reduces the cost, increases the damage, so that's nice. Those pair together. These pair together. So now I'm at 5. And then So that might help. So 3 rockets, and then I have... I can give this up and use ballistics, right? Increase damage of rockets by 100%. Is that a multiplier? I think that's a multiplier. Because then it shoots rockets, right? Replenish your life on impact. So, boop, boop, boop. You're not like constantly barraging. You're just like doing a little bit at a time. So, yeah. Vitality, cooldown. I don't need the vitality, but I do need cost reduction. Hatred generation, that works. Hatred generation here, maybe? Or a slot or socket. And I can put in cost reduction. Cluster arrow damage would be nice, but I don't need that really. I want cost reduction in a socket. There we go. Boop. All right, let's save this and call this cluster arrow. Yeah. Multi-shot. These are both sentry builds, but different names. All right, so what do we have now? We have a useless shoulder that's just there for stats. We've got Guardian, which is good. Now, Cluster Arrow is doing cold. Okay, good. Cold. Excellent. Polar is doing cold. Excellent. We've got lots of cold damage for the CC. Okay, I can move this around. Let's change this from grenade damage to something else. Can I put life on there? No. Okay, basically that's it. Critical chance. I'll do cost reduction. Cooldown also works. Critical hit's good. That's doing nothing for me. There we go. That's better. Now I can reset this, and then put the rest here. I just need a good build that I can farm with, right? I need to farm. Can I get a socket here? I need a socket more than anything else. Even more than resource costs, I think. I don't want to use my gifts to put a socket here if I can avoid it. There we go. Really needing this extra damage. Yeah, look at that. Look at that skyrocket all of a sudden. All right, so let's save this here and try this out on garbage. Let's leave game, bring this up to 12 and see how it fares. Actually, let's just go right to 13 and see how well it does. It probably won't do well. I'll probably have to bring it down. But it's at least a good experiment. Okay, so I have these. Yes, okay, good. Thank you. Let's go here. Seethe. Oh, yeah, that works. Oh, little ouchie. I need to use my other spells. Oh, ouch. A little bit ouchy. I don't really have a lot of toughness built into this right now. It is nice to see those things go like a massive amount of firepower all of a sudden is fun. Maybe I have enough cost reduction now that I can just spam it, like, right? So I just go boop boop and then just... I don't really have to aim all that carefully. Yeah, that seems to work. So let's kill these guys first. Everything's being slow. That's good. Okay, now I'm up to 5 turrets. Stand here. Be careful not to exhaust all my hatred. But when I fire, they fire. So that helps a lot. Really need a way to get more hatred or reduce the cost. Not bad. So at least I have a good farm build. And I can do greater rifts with it until I, get something else leveled up. I can work on Zeiss. That will really help it. I've got the bubble, got that. I can work on that gem. Sort of work on those in the background, get those going. I think I could do 12 comfortably, right? I can always lower it if needed. I just don't want to burn through all of my resources too quickly. I could really use cooldown. Maybe I should put a diamond in the helm. That might help. Yeah, Zeiss is definitely needed here. Now that I've killed a elite group, at least I have that gem for a while. Get back away from everything. Okay, good. Bane of the Powerful kicked in. I'm doing more damage. Bad placement. It's nice you can put it in the next room. So even if I can't see things, it'll still kill things in the background. It's kind of fun. I put a turret in the next room. So it's over there killing things that I can't even see, but I can't directly target. Even now it's shooting things. Just back out, put distance between me and the enemies. The turrets are taking them out. It's sort of like the Sunwoko bell, right? You can sort of bell around corners and it'll just erase entire screenfuls of enemies, even though you can't see them directly, even though you don't have any direct line of sight because your bell does. Do 2 of these. Oops. Don't want to be teleported. And I'm not even using my my special recipe, my smoke screen for most of that. It's just the power of the turrets to just act as a frontline defense, slowing enemies with polar station, and doing a lot of the damage when I do damage. So I do it, and then they do it as well. Like anything I'm casting, they cast at the same time. So a force multiplier. And it means I can just aim at the wall and I can still kill things, right? Because they're basically just like, oh, I have line of sight on it. I can go like that, and they're still casting, right? I'm just shooting the wall, and they're still casting every time I cast. It's like kind of fun that way. So if I see a circle somewhere, I can just go wherever it is, no matter what. And of course, Cluster Arrow is a far more powerful spell, but it also doesn't have the screen clearing capability of multi-shot. So it's why I tend to not use it first, but I guess it is the better choice now that I have the weapon for it. Manticore. And then, of course, the duffel also works well with it. Oh, let's go over here. Just I'll stand back over here and take pot shots from a distance. Thank you very much. I'll smoke screen away. Drop a couple turrets there. Take care of those from a distance. You see all the frosty cast from all the turrets going to it. It's pretty slick. Oh, nice. And again, Zeiss doesn't consider where your turrets are. It only considers where you are. So as long as you're far away from the enemies, your turrets will do the maximum damage. For Zeiss, once you get Zeiss going. Nice. This is fun. I'm having fun. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will level this up to 30 probably. That way I can put it on the weapon. Augment the weapon like a temporary augment just to sacrifice some random weapon to the altar. Let's see, what time is it? 11:48. I'm gonna break and do Fallout 76 in a bit. Although I might break late because I'm having fun. And having fun is why we play games. All right, Natalia, I'll save you. The game is going to want me to play this. It's going to give me like every piece of Natalia like 4 times over. Because that's just what it does. That and Unhallowed Essence. You sure you don't want to play Unhallowed Essence? Here's a bunch of ancients for it. You sure? We're going to make it really appealing. Here's all the ancients for this set that you really, really hate playing because it's stupidly designed. And really annoying to play. Yeah, that one. I just need, nope. See, Unhallowed Essence, there it is. You want to play Unhallowed Essence? Here's a chess piece. I just need 1 piece. And I could risk trying to re-roll one of these. Maybe. I can try that. Probably the feet. Whoops. Oh. That doesn't work for me. I need chest, need chest or gloves. Right? Oh, wait, no, I don't want gloves. I want chest. Is that better? No. Chest. There we go. All right. Now I can put on Captain Crimson's. At least for now. Until I get more Marauder pieces. Shadow Mantle, you can go there. I'm going to grab out Captain Crimson's. And I should just could have put on that. Right? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work anyway. Oh, man. Shoulders is what I wanted. Shoulders. All right. Maybe I can roll this to shoulders. Maybe I can... Well, no, that doesn't work either. Belt. Rat parts. Let's at least work in that direction. So I've got boots. So boots. And then I could put the waist on. But now I'm missing this, which is a nice toughness. And I would have to get rid of some damage, which I can do, I guess. I would just have to put this in the cube, which I'm going to have to do anyway. Go for broke. No guts, no glory, right? Where is it? Zooey, Zooey, Zooey. There we go. Cluster arrow. This goes here. So I have this set, I have that set, I have this set, I have those pieces, that shoulder, which is garbage. So I have my toughness. I am losing a little bit of damage off the weapons, but I get some back here, right? So my increase of cooldown reduction increased my damage. Damage taken reduced by percent of his cost reduction. So that right there, if I look at my cost reduction, I don't think it counts the vengeance at all, or I don't think it counts Dawn. I think it's just cooldown reduction. So 45% damage reduction right here, plus what's in the cube. Damage increased by cooldown reduction. So 45% increased damage, so that makes up for not having the pet gloves. Damage taken reduced by cost reduction. So cost reduction would be under resource. Cost reduction, 46. So that was a good trade-off. That was a good switch. That actually is going to work out really well. That's garbage, that's garbage. So I'm back where I was, but now I have reduced resource costs. So that's excellent. That actually worked out. I just need to get good shoulders. Let's change this to something else that doesn't suck. Multi-shot. Cluster arrow. Come on, cluster arrow. There we go. And then this, I'm just going to leave it, right? Because there's no other better option that doesn't automatically, like if I rolled, if I created a new one, that might work. So let's do that. Okay. Belt. Captain Crimson. Come on, give me good rolls. Give me good rolls. Give me an ancient. All right, that's good. Hungering arrow. I'm not going to use this with hungering arrow build, but I can put life on it. If it rolls life. It's good life, but let's get better life. More life, more life, more life. Come on, more life. Can I have more life, please? Can I get 15%? 12%? Come on, be nice to me. Really? 10% still? 12%. All right, I'll stick with that. Selfish, greedy station. Right, now this is, again, strength, so that goes there. So dexterity. Wait. That's the one I want. Yeah, that's it. Dexterity. Didn't realize I didn't equip it yet. All right, now as far as convention of elements, can I put something else there? Like more consistent, steady damage, like Stone of Jordan, damage against elites. But the problem is the cooldown of all skills. Maybe that's not a problem now. 1, 2, 3. Of course, this is going to affect that. It's not bad. So I would keep this probably. But do I have another thing that reduces cooldown and cost? Because cooldown and cost is basically durability and damage. So, cooldown and cost. Probably not. I mean, like if I went with focus and restraint. So focus and focus. None of these have cooldown or cost reduction. This doesn't have cooldown or cost reduction. It has strength. But if I were to use these, it would obviously, well, no, they wouldn't work because I'm not using a builder. So to increase my damage by 50%, which I could just put in, well, that's, yeah, 6-1 have to, it's not worth it. Not worth it. All right, so let's try this again at 12 and see how this feels. I really need better gear. But at least my toughness is 200 million. Now I don't really have any issues with resources. That's good. But I do need to be careful about how many turrets I put out. Yeah. This is working well. Sort of a slower kind of a walk build as the turrets clear most things in front of you, sort of. You don't have to go slowly. Like if you get your cooldown reduction like really, really good, you could pop these things out like crazy, I suppose. You'd have to really, really go for cooldown reduction. And I'm not really hitting things enough for the cooldown reduction ring to be really doing much for me. So it's probably good if I just replace that with a Jordan. Problem there is it does have some rolls for cooldown reduction and stuff on it. So that is helping me with toughness and stuff. With damage. But with 2 more Marauder pieces, I could do my set Dungeon Mastery. I don't need anything more for that. You can see there's a really chill build to play. It's like almost effortless. Oh wow, I have the channeling, don't I? I can just pop down. I can pop down 1 million of these all day. That's nice. It's like a huge field of cold damage everywhere. bunch of turrets right by it. Another one. Another one. There we go. 5 turrets around this thing and just lay into it. All right, so now we're going to work on Zeiss. Where are you, Zeiss? There you are. Right? No, I guess I need to get this up as well. That's what she said. Is it noon yet? It is noon. I'm probably going to take a break now. This was fun. Made good progress. Got to 70. Got a decent build going. I'm able to farm for demon hunter pieces without resorting to the barbarian to farm blood shards, which is my preference. Because whatever that build had going for it, I was hitting a brick wall with it. And that was making me very grumpy. Oh, that's nice. I got it back. Ooh, nice. It's not very high, but that can go in the cube. This is like best in slot for the... okay, so we have this, which is best in slot for legs, and this, which is best in slot for waist, for the... ooh, there it is. And this is best in slot for the Hungering Arrow. Okay, nice. Gears of Dreadlands. So I have now 2 pieces. I have... where is it? Where's the other one? I had a Gears of Dreadlands, right? Did I crunch it? No, here it is. So I have 2 pieces. So I could have momentum if I wanted it, if I wanted to give up 2 slots. But I would also have to attack with a primary skill. So the way that works... let me save this. Alright, so boop and boop, and then... let's change this to Hungering Arrow. Where is it? Come on. I went right past it, didn't I? So, boop, 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 boop. Is it doing it? Yeah. So then I would put in Strafe. Drifting Shadow. Now, it's not fast now, but you combine that with other abilities, right? And then, yeah, the movement speed comes from here. So, but hitting, see this little boot right there? 20, right? For each second of momentum. So I have 1, 2, 3. So it's like, what, 4 seconds of momentum, 5 seconds of momentum, whatever it is. It adds a lot of speed. It's obviously not shining now, but... did I not save that? Here it is. Equip. Ew, gross. I guess that was not as dramatic as I was hoping it would look. This can get crunched. I don't think there's anything I can do to make it better right now. If I wanted to, I could get rid of this helm and put this in there, because that would reduce the cost of cluster arrow. But that's not really the issue at the moment, I don't think. This would also help with durability, but then I would lose this or this, which I don't want. But that could, in theory, work in the cube if I got rid of Vengeance and then just relied on this for cost reduction. But that's asking a lot. Like if I pulled this off and I turned off Seethe. This. Assuming I just spam it, right? I'm eating it pretty quickly. And that's with that going. Now, without it, it goes down even more. Now, if I put this back on, let it come back all the way up. Cost reduction by 20%. Boopy boop. Still pretty significant. Still need this, which means I still need Dawn in the cube. Unless I just go with this amount of cooldown reduction, right? And let it only be up half the time. Like if I went like this, and I chose like Echoing Fury, and I still cast this, then I could go do. Get this. It's still pretty good. It's not eating through too much. Moving, I cast one of these again, moving, cast another one, moving, cast another one, moving, cast another one, moving. Yeah, now we're starting to lose. I can always change this to Bat Companion. I don't think that helps anything. I don't think the companion here matters. But if I wanted to, I could go like that and get a whole bunch back. That's the difference. Like left click, you know, get a whole bunch of hatred back. And then by the time this is ready to go again, I don't know, it seems like a lot of extra work. I don't like a lot of extra work to track things. That's not my preferred way of playing. So, yeah. And the whole idea there was to put this helmet on, right? So if I did this, yeah, I forget what I was trying to do there. It was something to do with removing that helm and putting the Guardian belt here instead, which would mean losing this set, which would mean I'd have to find some other way to get regen and whatever. It's just annoying. Always having to make tough choices with these builds. They've done a good job of sort of forcing you to not make builds that are too overpowered by, iterating on all the pieces over time to make sure that they sort of work a certain way. All right, so I'm at this, so let's go with shoulders, because I do need shoulders. And apparently, none of these are good. Nope. All right, well, it's time to switch, time to take a break, time to switch, time to do something else. I bid you farewell. I will see you in Fallout 76 within the hour, probably. Hopefully by 1 p.m., because I probably will need to do the event. So I'll probably come back at 20 till, maybe quarter till, do all the things that don't need a mutated event, and then do the mutated event at 1. It is Monday. Tomorrow I will be delaying until 3 p.m., until I do the daily. That way I can pop a score buff and then utilize that both Tuesday and Wednesday. So there's that. Bye.